April, we are here by a legendary car.
Oh, that's right. I heard that you might have had a poster of it on your wall.
I did.
Growing up back in the day.
So many of us did. The 1987 Porsche 959. This was, I mean, talk about a dream car. Still
Right?
today, so many people love this thing. Obviously, it makes a crowd everywhere it goes. You know, this was Porsche's first all-wheel drive car, and you see why it's so beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous. I love the hips in the back. She's wide. The wing just integrated into the body. She's wide, like I said. She looks good, though.
And if you're thinking how wide, like if you think about it, this sail panel that reads Porsche in the middle, this was their standard 911 one. And you see the end tail light. This whole piece here, that's how much wider the car was on either side. And you know, to try to get to 197 miles an hour in 1987, it was all about moving the wind through the car, using that aero to create downforce, cool the car. But even the interior, like what do you think of that? You're the most stylish person here.
No, I don't know. I like that plaid that you got going on. You kind of match the car, but it has a sort of sheen to it, a metallic sheen. It's very cool. Bolstered seats that hold you in when you're going those top speeds. How fast? What's the fastest you've ever gone?
Oh gosh, 188.
You're kidding me.
On the History Channel in a Murcielago SV. This, I would love to give a crack at it.
Okay.
I bet it would still scoot pretty well. I mean, and the cool thing is, every car here has a really special story, it
Right.
feels like. This car, obviously made in Germany. It ended up in Japan, came back here, had a full restoration. This is going to be really a shining star for someone's collection.
Right,
April.
and it's going to find a new owner in just a few moments, Rick.
Block a 1987 959 Komfort.
So this was built from Porsche to go racing. It was supposed to be a homologation special to join the Group Bs, the crazy rallying, but by the time they finished, Group B was done, so they entered into race in other things, but a little over 300 of these built, and a lot of innovations with the 959 to make it the first Porsche to go almost 200 miles per hour. All-wheel drive, hydraulic suspension, and then you see the crazy aerodynamic styling here.
Most of them were built in this fashion as the Komfort version as we pass through $1.2 million bid. The primary supplier of parts and service for these is now Bruce Canepa up in Scotts Valley, California. He builds these, rebuilds them, reimagines them to a high standard.
So a fun thing about the 959, as we're already at $1.3 million, is you have 3 fuel filler doors. So I guess one for the fuel tank, like the Porsche. Then you have one on this side. This is for the hydraulic oil for the suspension. And then on the passenger side is an oil fill. So that is for topping off the engine oil. And interestingly enough, these are water-cooled engines. They're not air-cooled like the 911.
This car has been completely disassembled. It was well known. It had a trailer accident in the front, completely redone, but it has the original interior in it, all the original components on it, and the only thing is the price right now. It is worth more.
$1.3 million.
So many racing and celebrities in the United States wanted these cars, and they were not U.S. legal, that they helped get a law passed that you could bring cars like this into the country, not to drive, but for show and display.
Yeah, names like Bill Gates wanted to drive his, Jerry Seinfeld, and yeah, the show and display rule resulting from this car. Now under the 25-year rule, you can drive it quite a bit. $1.3 million the current bid.
Well, we're still bid at $1.325 million right now. That's the #1 retail sale of the day behind that car that sold for a great cause, that 62 Power Wagon. Big money for this Porsche. And remember, this is a no reserve auction. Every single car sells, so this is going home to a new owner.
Yeah, look at the amazing power plant back here. Huge power, sequential turbo, so none of that lag that you would have with the normal 911 turbo of the day. And all this covered up for cooling here because, once again, water cooled. And then to open those fuel doors so you don't accidentally put fuel in it, that's what these pull tabs are right here for the motor oil and the suspension on the side.
$1,325,000 here at Barrett-Jackson on Super Saturday. I said it was the best cars. We got the biggest crowd, the best bidders, and everything sells. This is all no reserve, so that is going home to a new owner.